Hey guys, short video tonight, bit of a post bag. Found this controller on Bangood and it looks like a copy of the old Green Time 15 FET sensorless capable controller that people who've been on Endless Sphere for 3, 5, 6 years would remember are good when you've got a motor that's got a blown hall sensor and you need a quick controller to get yourself out of trouble. Unfortunately, Green Time's renowned for taking a long time to send out parts, whereas Bangood have great options on sort of 6, 7, 8 days shipping, usually for not a lot of money. So I thought I'd do a quick video. I've cracked it open, we'll have a look inside. There's the Bangood item number. I've selected the 64 volt one. Looks far more capable than 1000 watts, of course, typical Chinese rating. We'll have a look inside in a minute. One thing that is immediately obvious to me is that the DC wires are as thin as the phase wires. They look very thin. They may want beefing up. It's probably a bit of a weak link, but still not a bad unit for delivered for 50 Australian dollars. Took about 8 days to get here. Tis a 15 FET. I can't read the FETs that are inside. Sorry if this shakes around a little bit. I just want to show the leads. There's a 3-speed selection, a low brake selection, a self-learning mode, which is handy for some people. You might have a friend who's getting into e-biking, got a DD hub with blown halls, wants a bit of power. I'd estimate, looking at it's probably around a 2000 watt to 2500 watt controller. Let's have a look inside. I'll just put the camera down. Okay, pulling it out from inside. 15 MOSFETs. Can't read what the MOSFETs are. They're obviously not 4110s or anything too sexy. Capacitors look to be rated to 80 volts. In fact, on the flip side, a couple of interesting things. I can see right down here, hopefully in the center of your screen, a number of selectable voltage jumpers. Look like just a solder to cover it off. Well, I'd say 80 volts looking a bit risky for regen if they're 80 volt caps. Also the traces on the bottom don't look too bad. They're a bit weak in spots. I think towards the center of your screen there you can probably see a bit peeking through, but there's actually copper bars in there, which is a nice thing to find. And it looks like up this end that might be a TTL type programmable header. Not really sure. If anybody knows more about that, feel free to comment. Board looks nice and shiny. Components look pretty damn good actually. Awful lot of heatsink paste, always nice to see, although the MOSFETs are hanging in there at all angles. Probably not assembled by the highest paid guy, but then for the money, that's what you'd probably expect. Some silicon seals on the end for weatherproofing. So for 50 Australian bucks, probably not bad to get a mate out of trouble with something like a 28 or 35mm DD motor and get them back on the road in sensorless mode if they've blown a hall sensor. Thanks guys, hope that's some use to people who are looking for something like a Green Time controller but don't want to wait for Leo and the guys at Green Time to dispatch in slow order. Cheers.